With fond memories in our hearts and a great deal of sorrow, the family announces the passing of our matriarch, Mary Ann Joseph, better known as Ma Everard or Granny, formerly of Esperance Choiseul, who resided at Reunion Choiseul until the time of her passing. Granny passed away peacefully on Sunday, 30th October 2022 at the St. Jude Hospital, just shy of her 96th birthday. She was a member of the Legion of Mary and Sacred Heart Confraternity and a member of the Choiseul Club 60. She was predeceased by her husband, Everard Joseph, 5 siblings, Harrison Bartholomew Dominique, Julius Daisy, Thomas Daisy, Jane Jenny Daisy and Joseph Daisy, 5 children, Cyril Joseph, Theophilus Joseph, Sabina Joseph, Emily Helen Phillip, and Engelbert Joseph. Left to mourn and honor her memory are her 4 remaining children and their spouses. 1 son, Mr. Felix Joseph of Monroe, Castries, retired Chief Guard of Customs and Excise, Castries Department, and his wife Clara Joseph. 3 daughters, Mrs. Lucretia James, also known as Madoua of Vieux-Fort, and her husband Ethelred James, better known as Dua of Vieux-Fort. Magdalene Joseph of Reunion Choiseul, who was her caregiver. Mrs. Marguerite Rene, former teacher at the Delta Combined School, now of St. Thomas USVI, and her husband Eubald Eustace Rene. 1 sister-in-law, Mavis Todd of London, England. 22 grandchildren, Patrick Joseph, employee of the Philip Masterley Grounds. Kinga Carona Joseph, employee of the Bordelais Correctional Facility. Diane Auger of Vieux-Fort and her husband, Mahoney Auger. Kervin James, employee of the St. Jude Hospital. Elizabeth Joseph and her spouse, Alex Martheray, employee of Caring Touch Dental. Julietta Lagoa-Comte and her husband Charles and family of Martinique. Simon Joseph of the Bermuda Police Service. Ricky George of Texas and his wife Columba George. Johnson Philip, Port Police Officer and Director of Phillips Ambulance Service of Victoria Choiseul. Chanel James and her spouse, Kurt John, employee of Home Light Caribbean. Richard James, employee of the Vieux-Fort Post Office. Jessie James of Vieux-Fort. Hassan James of Vieux-Fort. Silly Varson, Community Health Aide at the Delta Health Center, and her husband Kieran Varson. Tessa Thorpe George and her husband Curtis George of England. Asa Joseph and his fiancée Shada, Air Traffic Controller. Elaine Renee Buncombe and husband Cleaver Buncombe Jr. of Texas. Alison Phillip of England. Everton Rennie of Pennsylvania. Lorraine Attill, employed with the Ministry of Infrastructure. Eve Lena Renee Butte and her husband Jerome Butte of New York. Aaron Joseph of First National Bank. Great-grandchildren including Aurelia Joseph, employee of KM2. Crystal Phillip, employee of Blue Sky Luxury St. Lucia. Gimel James, nurse at St. Jude Hospital. Ashmi Joseph. Atala Joseph. Essie Valsen, employee of the Library Credit Union. Canis George. Kelsey and Chelsea Valsen. Tyrell Norville, Eula and Jamali Joseph, Lana Stephen, Kenyan Joseph, Kevian James, Demia, Demisha and DeAndre Auger, Eli and Jiro Butte, Jamie, Janelle, Jade, and Jania Phillip, Caden James, several great-great-grandchildren, including Deontay Joseph, Chloe Melshaw, her nieces and nephews, including Fred Dominique of Washington, D.C., USA, Harris Dominique, Edisha Antoine, and Julita Williams of St. Croix, Rosemary Charles, Raphael, Alan, Juliana, and Natalie Daisy of Esperance Choiseul, children of her brother Joseph of England, children of her brother Thomas, godchildren, Delphina St. Bryce of Diamond, Julian Jean-Baptiste of Bellevue, Valence Emmanuel of Esperance. Other relatives including Cecilia Joseph of Lattock Road, Castries, Margaret Joseph and Cosmos Jean-Charles of Etangs, the Jean-Charles family of Etangs, the Daisy family of Esperance, Delse, Lapointe, Castries, and abroad, the Glass family of Choiseul and Castries, the Nestor family of Choiseul and Castries, the Thorpe and Attico families of Castries and the U.S., the Esnard family of Deville, Soufrière, and Castries, the Ezembert family of Esperance and Montlacroix, the Dominique and St. Bryce families of Esperance. Close friends: Peter and Sheila Estevan and family of Christian Hill, who were also her caregivers, Maura Epiphan of Savant George, Paula Charles of Maricel, Zeph Prince of E4, the entire communities of Reunion, Christian Hill, Esperance, Ravenel, and Diamond, other relatives and friends, too numerous to mention. The Thanksgiving service for the late Mary Ann Joseph, also known as Granny or Ma Everard, will be held on Monday, 19 December 2022 at Our Lady of Lourdes Catholic Church, Choiseul at 3:30 p.m. and then the body will be laid to rest at the Choiseul Cemetery. The body now lies at Lazarus Funeral Home, New Dock Road, Vieux. May her soul rest peacefully. The funeral service will be live streamed on the 911 platform. Please note that bus registration number 951 will be leaving the Leclerc bus stop at 1:30 p.m. to transport persons wishing to attend the funeral service in Choiseul and back.